What if I told you your anger isn't caused by other people, but by something you've been doing your whole life without even realizing it? Have you ever felt your anger take over before you even had time to think? One moment, you're calm. The next, your heart is racing. Your mind is burning, and you say something you instantly regret. And afterward, silence, guilt, and that quiet question in your head. Why do I keep reacting like this? Here's the truth most people never hear. Anger isn't your enemy. Lack of control is. The Stoics, some of the greatest minds in history, didn't eliminate anger. They mastered it. They learned how to stay calm when insulted, when misunderstood, when life didn't go their way. And today, you're going to learn how to do the same. Not through theory, but through simple, powerful habits you can use immediately. Because once you understand this, you'll realize something life-changing. No one has the power to control your emotions unless you give it to them. 1. You can't control other people. Most of your anger comes from one hidden belief. That person should act the way I expect. They should respect you. They should understand you. They should treat you fairly. But they don't. And when they don't, you get angry. Here's the reality. People will do what they want, based on their own emotions, wounds, and experiences. You cannot control them, but you can control how you respond. The moment you accept this, your anger starts to lose its power. Because now, instead of reacting, you choose to stop taking everything personally. Not everything is about you. In fact, most things aren't. When someone is rude, it's usually because they're struggling. When someone ignores you, it's often because they're distracted. When someone attacks you, it reflects their inner chaos, not your worth. But if you take everything personally, you carry emotional weight that was never yours. And that weight turns into anger. So the next time something happens, pause and ask yourself, is this really about me? Most of the time, it isn't. 3. Ask yourself, is this anger useful? Anger feels powerful. It gives you energy. It makes you feel in control. But ask yourself honestly, has anger ever truly solved your problem? Or has it only made things worse? Think about the last time you got angry. Did it fix the situation? Or did it damage your peace, your relationships, your clarity? Stoicism teaches one simple rule. If it doesn't help you, it's not worth your energy. So before reacting, ask, is this anger useful or just automatic? That question alone can change everything. 4. Pause before you react. There is one moment that determines everything. The space between stimulus and response. Most people react instantly. That's why they lose control. But powerful people pause. They breathe. They observe. They think. Because in that pause, you take your power back. So next time you feel anger rising, don't speak immediately. Take a breath, count to 5, and ask yourself, what will happen if I react right now? That pause is the difference between chaos and control. The 5. Everything is temporary. Right now, your anger feels intense. But think about this. How many things made you angry last week that you don't even remember today? Exactly. Emotions feel permanent, but they're not. They rise and they fall like waves. So why let something temporary destroy your peace? When anger hits, Remind yourself, this will pass, because it always does. 6. Choose values over ego. Most anger comes from a wounded ego. You feel disrespected, ignored, proven wrong, and your ego demands a reaction. But here's the question. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be at peace? Because you can't always have both. Stoics live by values, not emotions. So instead of asking, how do I prove them wrong? Ask, what kind of person do I want to be right now? That shift changes everything. 7. Train your mind daily. Control isn't built in the moment of chaos. It's built in the small moments. When you're stuck in traffic, when someone is slow, when things don't go your way, every moment is training. Every reaction is practice. If you lose control in small things, you'll lose control in big ones. But if you stay calm in small things, you build strength for real challenges. Your mind is a muscle. Train it daily. 8. Choose your environment carefully. Emotions are contagious. Spend time with angry people, and you'll become reactive. Spend time with calm people, and you'll become grounded. Look at your circle. Do they bring peace or drama? Do they complain or grow? Because over time, you become like the people around you. So protect your environment. Protect your energy. 9. Use humor to disarm anger. Not everything needs to be serious. Sometimes, the best response is to laugh. Not in a disrespectful way, but in a detached way. Because when you can see the absurdity of a situation, it loses its emotional weight. Humor creates distance, and distance creates control. 10. Let go of attachment. The more attached you are, the easier you get angry. Attached to outcomes, attached to expectations, attached to control. But life doesn't follow your script. And when reality doesn't match your expectations, anger appears. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you understand you can't control everything. And that understanding brings peace. 11. Observe your thoughts. Anger doesn't start outside. It starts inside with the thought, this is unfair. They shouldn't do that. I don't deserve this. And once you believe that thought, emotion follows. But here's the power. You can observe your thoughts without believing them. You can say, this is just a thought, not reality. And in that moment, you break the chain. 12. Turn life into a test. Every difficult moment is a test of your control. Most people fail because they react automatically. But what if you saw every challenge as training, every insult a test of patience, every delay a test of calmness, every conflict a test of character? Now, suddenly, life isn't attacking you, it's building you. Imagine a version of yourself that no longer reacts impulsively, no longer gets triggered easily, no longer loses control over small things. People try to provoke you, and you stay calm. Life throws chaos at you, and you remain steady. That level of control is not talent, it's training. And every time you choose patience over anger, you get closer to that version of yourself. At the end of the day, this is the truth. You can't control the world. You can't control people. You can't control what happens to you. But you can always control how you respond. And that is where your real power lies. Because the moment you stop reacting, you start choosing. You choose peace instead of chaos, clarity instead of emotion, strength instead of impulse. So the next time anger rises, pause, breathe, and remember, no one controls your mind unless you let them. If this message hit you, type this in the comments. I control my mind. And if you want more content like this, make sure you subscribe, because the strongest person is not the one who wins every fight, but the one who doesn't need to fight at all.